Hello and welcome back to another episode where we're talking to people in our Bellarmine community about all of the fun things going on in our Bellarmine community. And today, especially since the Common Leadership application is open, we're going to talk to Addie here, who's not only a hall host but a WOW leader. So really emphasizing that Common Leadership application. So first off, Addie, just tell me a little bit about like what you do around campus, maybe your major, different stuff like that.
So I'm a junior here at Bellarmine. I'm majoring in design arts and technology with communications, and like you said, I am a hall host and a tour guide, but then I'm also a WOW leader at the beginning of each school year, which is really fun. I just really enjoy being involved on Bellarmine's campus and making those connections with students who are looking to come into Bellarmine, as well as like ones that are just starting off their journey.
Yeah. So first off, let's talk to you about WOW. You became a WOW leader. This was your second year this year, or your first year?
It was my first year.
Your first year. So talk to me about kind of how that experience went for you. What were some of like your favorite moments about being a leader, or even some of the challenges that you had?
Yeah, so I was actually asked to come onto the team, and I wasn't prepared for it. I didn't really expect to come onto it, but I mean, as soon as I started, I absolutely loved it. I was partnered with one of my best friends, Caitlin Perry, and so we just had so much fun together, and she was kind of showing me the ropes of it, because she's a senior, so she's passing it down to me, which is very cute. And so yeah, throughout the entire week, it was just fun to make those connections again with those first year students. I still see them around campus, so I always wave hi, and if they ever need anything, they come to me. So I'm glad that I can be a resource for those first year students who are kind of navigating their college journey here at Bellarmine.
Yeah, and what's it like being able to kind of start your year off kind of hitting the ground running with that involvement? What does that kind of help set a footing for the rest of your year for you?
It really just pushes me to start the year on a good note. WOW is always fun. I don't know why it couldn't be fun, because you're just around so many people who also love Bellarmine. You're around these first year students who are excited, and everything is just, there's a little hope in the air, which is always really fun, and you're seeing that you have gone through as well yourself. So it's just it starts off the year in a good sense.
Yeah, and then kind of segueing a little bit, WOW, you kind of welcome the first years, and before they even become first years, you're helping give them tours and kind of being a hall host. Walk me through, what do some of your hall host duties kind of look like?
So basically, as a hall host, I will host prospective students who are a senior in high school into my room. It's about twice a month, just depending on how many students have applied for it and everything like that. And so they basically shadow me for the entire day, and then they'll spend the night with me. So I'll take them up to Palio, the dining halls, and they'll get to see what it's like to actually be a student here at Bellarmine. I absolutely love doing it. I love making those connections, and like you said, last year when I was doing hall host, I made a lot of connections, and then they all became students here at Bellarmine. So I got to see them during WOW, and I got to kind of follow their journey from looking at where they wanted to go to school and seeing them really succeed in that college moment.
You have a high retention rate, is what I'm hearing. People, you're selling it well around here. So on the tour guide aspect, you give tours during the week and showcase kind of everyone around campus. What does that look like, kind of in those duties?
I absolutely love being a tour guide. I think it's so much fun. Usually I'll have about 7 or 8 families on my tour, just depending how many people there are. And I usually have a tour partner as well, and we'll just show them around campus. We'll take them on the trolley, show them the Bardstown Road area, really give them that feel of what Louisville can offer outside of academics as well. There's this whole community that you can be a part of and really find your place in, which is really cool. And then at the end of every tour, they get a free Bellarmine t-shirt.
They're first of many.
First of many, many free Bellarmine t-shirts. And then we'll get a business card so that they can stay intact and in contact with me and everything like that. And yeah, I love it. It's so much fun.
Yeah. What would you say, if somebody is considering becoming let's say a WOW leader, what is maybe some advice that you would recommend to them kind of going into that journey or experience?
I would say with anything, as well as hall host and tour guide, as a hall host, we have this saying where we're hall hosts are adaptable. I think that goes the same for WOW leaders.
Yeah.
You have to be adaptable, and you have to kind of go with the flow, and that is going to make your experience so good, because you can just hang out, go with the flow. It doesn't have to be something that you need to put a lot of pressure on yourself to do, because all of these students are looking up to you. And so that's the advice I'd give. Just be adaptable and be happy and be ready to help these students through their journey.
Yeah, so I'm sure in your hall hosting or your WOW leaders, you've had like some interesting experiences. Do you have any funny or interesting stories that come along with either one of those?
Yes, definitely. I would say like at WOW, most of the stories are just like students like being confused and they'll ask a funny question that I'm like, oh, like I didn't think that you wouldn't have known the answer to that. You know?
Right.
Like during like our like class sessions, some student will like be like, oh, can I use the bathroom? I'm like, you don't have to ask me. You're in college. You can do that yourself. And then like hall host and tour guide, I've said like a lot of funny stuff on tours, just like in the heat of the moment, just because it's like I don't know what else to do. Like I was talking about Kennedy Newman, the residence hall, and somebody asked me if like the showers were nice. I was like, oh yeah, like I loved taking showers there. I took a shower 2 times. I meant 2 times a day. That didn't land. For over.
Man, they were hoping that the wind didn't like blow in the wrong direction on that tour if you don't shower very often.
Exactly. So just like funny spur of the moment stuff is always just, it adds a little bit of fun to
Yes. Oh my gosh. I remember somebody in my WOW group one time didn't eat all of WOW because they didn't know that when they were allowed to go eat because nobody told them to go eat. And so it's just sometimes, like you said, just like random little things that you never think about that they're gonna need to know that they're gonna be asking. So what are some of the perks that you would say? Like I know hall host comes with a few additional perks. What are some of those kind of look like for?
Well, I get free housing, so Adeline will pay for my housing, which is incredible.
Always a plus. Always a plus.
Yes. And then also like everyone that is a hall host, like we've all become really close knit and we've all become friends, and that's actually led to other opportunities for me. So my current suite mate, she is so involved, and so through a lot of the things that she does, we're in the same major. I'm also able to do those things with her and get a more experience myself, which is really cool. And I would say through like the whole time I've been a hall host, everyone will just like come to me, or I can come to them, or anything like that if we ever need anything, which is really nice. And then in terms of WOW, it's the same thing, like just making those connections, not only with like first year students, but also with like my peers, like who have been at Bellarmine for a while. We can like really connect, and it just makes me feel like I have a good community here.
Yeah. So if people are looking to apply to be a hall host, I know you kind of got drug into WOW a little bit more, the untraditional method, but for a hall host, what are some things that you would recommend, like kind of in that interview process, of, you know, maybe how to help yourself stand out or kind of how to showcase yourself the best you can?
Yeah, I would definitely say that like being able to communicate that you are a good communicator is a really strong thing. I mean, they're always looking for somebody who can make those connections with prospective families and with the people that you are like living with and hanging out with for the entire year. So just like showing that you are a good leader and that you can make those connections is a really strong thing. So like maybe like talking about your previous like leadership experiences or anything like that, I would say that would help you stand out for sure. And then just also being like passionate about Bellarmine and saying like how much you love being a student here, because that is going to translate over when you were talking to these other families and stuff like that.
Right. And I mean, like when you're giving tours, you know, you're trained on how to give these tours, and they kind of walk you through the whole process. Is there anything that you think, like when you're actually facilitating these tours, that is helpful to you to always keep in mind?
I think that mostly just like being ready and like you, and also not getting in your head.
Yeah.
Like it's like I know the script, I know what I'm supposed to say, I know that I'm going to make a connection with these families, and I can't like think that I'm not, because that's what hinders a lot of people from like going out there and putting themselves out there, is they think that they won't be good, but you will be good. You just have to believe in yourself.
Right. And I mean, like, you know, the families never know what
exactly
it's something you forget. You know, nobody is making their college decision based off of, you know, you saying a specific sculpture in the quad.
Yes.
So, you know, it's always helpful to kind of realize. So like when somebody's looking into just leadership in general around Bellarmine's campus, like what do you think is just like the best thing that you get out of it? Like why would you recommend that somebody's trying to get more involved on this campus?
And like I said earlier, just like the community that being involved on this campus brings is amazing. I always feel like I have like a group of people to go to if I need anything, and not even if I need anything, just like maybe like I want to go to UDH and like I don't have anyone to go with, I'll like text somebody that I met at WOW and I'll be like, hey, like we should get together, or like anything like that. It brings such a community and like a group of friends that like you wouldn't be able to find anywhere else by being part of these like leadership experiences with other people.
Absolutely. Well, you heard it here from Addie that this is definitely something that I think, people who are looking to get involved, both WOW and Hall Host, are great opportunities. So you can get involved in both of these things. You're going to go to Engage in forms and look at the Common Leadership application, and you can apply for a lot of awesome things like a WOW leader, a Hall Host / tour guide. Definitely will recommend both of those, but also other stuff like RA, spiritual peer mentors, and kind of other B leads, Knights Nation. I think Penny the Pineapple even circulates around there. So there's really a lot of options for you as well. So thank you, Addie, for coming in and chatting with us about some of these cool opportunities that students get involved in. And we will catch you guys next week. So see you around.